In a stunning development, there is now proof the IRS wanted to sic Barack Obama's Justice Department on conservative groups targeted by the agency, in an eye-opening, investigative article published in WND.com. The witch hunt didn't stop there. A series of emails from ex-IRS official Lois Lerner reveals she not only blocked conservative organizations from gaining tax-exempt status prior to the 2012 elections, but she also was in contact with the Obama Justice Department in an effort to prosecute Tea Party groups and other organizations with the name Patriot in their names who dared to even ask for tax-exempt status. Oh, and it gets worse, according to Tam Fitton, president of Washington watchdog group Judicial Watch. Lois Lerner sent those emails the day before she broke the news of the IRS scandal. And for the record, twice Lois Lerner pleaded the Fifth Amendment to avoid testifying before Congress about her actions. And just when you thought Obama's sycophants couldn't hit a new low, it gets lower, much lower. According to documents uncovered by Judicial Watch, the IRS admitted to creating special hurdles for conservatives opposing President Obama's policies as they tried to acquire tax-exempt status leading up to the 2012 election. Get this, one such hurdle was the IRS demanding to know the content of a group's prayers. And another hurdle was that in order for 501c3 tax-exempt consideration, a conservative group was asked not to protest the abortion business Planned Parenthood. Whoa. Could you imagine if the situation were reversed and a conservative administration were to use the IRS to liberal gun control groups take a blood oath never to protest the NRA, Gun Owners of America, or Conceal and Carry? These incredible documents reveal an email from Lois Lerner to then IRS Acting Commissioner Stephen Miller's Chief of Staff Nicole Flax. In that email, Flax inquired how to go about prosecuting and imprisoning applicants who lied on their IRS 1024 forms stating they weren't planning on participating in any political activity, and then turning around and making large visible political expenditures, but rather than giving the correct response, like, Lois, are you out of your ever-living mind? You can't use the IRS for selective enforcement against Obama's political opposition. That would flagrantly thwart the U.S. Constitution and it could trigger the biggest political scandal in the history of the United States. Instead, Flax responded, I think we should do it. Also need to include SIT, which stands for Criminal Investigation Division, which we can help coordinate. Also, we need to reach out to FEC. Does it make sense to consider including them in this or keep it separate? Judicial Watch also uncovered an email wherein Lois Lerner explained her theory to Flax that if they quickly nailed one conservative group, the others would back away from requesting tax-exempt status and see their contributions dry up. Lerner wrote, one IRS prosecution would make an impact and they wouldn't feel so comfortable doing the stuff. So, here we have Lois Lerner, the head IRS administrator overseeing who gets awarded tax-exempt status, trying to decimating the ability of conservative groups from getting donations, and under threat of imprisonment if they dare to even hint of opposing abortion, limiting government or trying to lower taxes. But even while Lois Lerner was calling for the prosecuting conservative organizations in one email, she admitted in another email that taking such draconian measures were not allowed under the law, but that didn't stop her. And why should it? She is simply following what Obama himself taught when he was a community organizer and what he is going on a larger scale today, advancing socialist causes and attacking big greedy corporations and any organization that still embrace those archaic principles of our founding fathers, including individual liberty, the right to bear arms, limited government, and separation of powers. This is the conclusion of our video that was largely based on the WND.com article at the link below. But this doesn't have to be the end of the story. While the mainstream news media continues to suppress these outrageous breaches of law by some of the highest lawmakers and power brokers in the land, this doesn't stop you from forwarding a link to this video to friends, neighbors and even enemies. We're all Americans and what's going on here is downright un-American, and while you're at it, you might even want to send a copy to your congressman and ask them if they know anything about this and what they are doing about it. Oh, and since we're not a tax-exempt organization, please don't send money. Just send some emails.